Bizarre Brain Comics. Hello, my comic book friends, and welcome to Bizarre Brain Comics. I'm Gary, your host. This is where I like to take a look at some older comics, talk a little bit about the characters and creators, and examine the stories and the art. This time, I'm going to take a little look at some paperbacks. These are some paperbacks of The Incredible Hulk. And but they don't do these anymore. Regular paperback, pocketbook size. Regular pocketbook size novels are on the way out, which I don't like because this is such a convenient size. But publishers find that they do the trades. They can charge more and get a bigger profit, even though they're wind up pricing their primary audience out. And comics are doing the same thing. Okay, anyway, this is The Incredible Hulk by Stan Lee and Larry Lieber. This is reprinting the several months worth of the newspaper comic strip, Incredible Hulk newspaper comic strip. The book is from 1980, so it started in 78. And but I'm not going to get into that because I'm going to do a separate episode just on that book. So then we have here Stan Lee Marvel Comics Series. Stan Lee presents The Incredible Hulk. Full color, cover to cover issues 1 through 6, complete and unabridged, except to give him green skin in the first story. This is from 1978. But of course, it's from 61 and 62 originally. See, in the very first story, they recolored it and given him green skin instead of the gray, which is fine, but we know it. And so for dope, when I was talking about reprint of the original six issues, the first 6 issues, which you were talking about the other day, this is what I'm talking about. Whereas the first story, I have a couple other versions of that reprint of that story. And of course, starting off with Jack Kirby and the original story, as we know him, which fits right in with their monster stuff that they were publishing at the time, which was their mainstay. Then we get to the Gargoyle, who is the first villain. Ugh. Hulk smash. Then prisoners of the Toadmen, and I hate that. But when they needed the storyline, they just come up with another goofy alien invasion. DC did the same thing, but Marvel did a lot of that. The very first Thor story wound up being an alien invasion, and many others. And you can see how Kirby initially drew him. This is just with the second issue, and he's changed a little bit. Then issue 3, Hulk with Rick Jones. Smash, smash, smash. Pin up. And then here when we get to, that's Kirby 2. And that's issue 5. Then when we get to issue 6 is Steve Ditko. And I do have another volume paperback reprint like this, but I've been unable to find it. I know I've got someplace that is all or primarily Steve Ditko, because it's reprinting issues after this one. And then we have 1982. Stan Lee presents The Incredible Hulk, featuring a classic tale written by the science fiction author Harlan Ellison, Harlan Ellison happens to be my buddy's favorite author. And I appreciate some of his stuff. He's the one who wrote the classic Trek episode City on the Edge of Forever. And this looks like this has got a painted cover, and it looks like Bob Larkin, a Bob Larkin cover. And who did the interior art here? As Sal Buscema. And it's got Thunderbolt Ross, got Captain America, and there's the Falcon before he got his wings and had red colors. Oh, there's a big old monster. It's got some of the Avengers in here. Then we get into some. I'm not sure if this is all part of that same story or afterwards. Our art has changed. This is. I think this goes back to Herb Trimp. So this must be afterward. Looks like Herb Trimpy. Yeah, his artwork. I really liked. Oh, and Hulk is all shrunk up, beating the crap out of a wild boar, and he's shrunk way down, and it goes to another planet, in the quantum verse now we would say, with the green-skinned people on this particular planet. Then it moves on. He comes back, and then another Herb Trimpe. This is a Roy Thomas story. They shoot Hulks, don't they? But one of the things I really like is this is got John Severin is inking this story. That's why I really like the Herb Trimp or Trimpy, John Severin work on the Hulk in the 70s. Some other inkers they did fine, but it's just I just think that the John Severin inking on his pencils were just so great. So it's a wonderful job. So that's it for that one. Then we move to 1991, The Incredible Hulk, a man brute berserk. And this also has some. Sorry, this is black and white instead of color. Herb Trimpe and John Severin art too, right off the bat. Some great stuff. Oh, look at that. That's a great one. That's a great image right there. The Hulk's clothing. Looks like we've got Toadman again. Yes, Toadman again. Wow, wow. And now we're no longer in John Severin territory, unfortunately. The artwork is still very commendable, but I don't know who did the inks on this part. Joe Sinnott, I suppose. I don't know, unless Herb did it himself. But that's okay. Oh yeah, they were impressed enough to use that particular panel as well. Now this isn't a regular pocketbook paperback. This is almost like a digest-sized comic. I thought I took that out. Incredible. This is from 2006, and it is reprinting some stuff that was done from some magazine-sized books that I think that went to the magazine-sized comics that went to I think like bookstores and department stores. I think I'm not positive. And this was called the Marvel Age, so it didn't necessarily fit in with the regular story continuity. And this is because this would have been, I think, about the time that Hulk was intelligent, but here he's regular Hulk smash period. And some nicer artwork. I don't know who did I see who this was. Oh, a whole bunch of them. I won't even try. A whole bunch of pencilers. And I think these were originally, it's got scrolls, originally intended for a general younger audience. But it's a nice one. So that's with those. But I'm not done with paperbacks. But these are not comics. Just wanted to show. Some of these I've showed before when I did the whole showed the whole collection of the Marvel novel series from 78, 79, 80. So this is the very first Hulk prose novel, and I think that there's no sign. I don't see a signature on this cover painting, and they don't list it inside. But I think this is a Norm cover, but I'm not positive. But when I compare it to Bob Larkin, I don't think it is, because the next one here, this is number 3. This was the second book, The Incredible Hulk, Cry of the Beast, and this again, it's not. This one isn't signed. I don't see a signature if it's on there. But this, I think, is done by Bob Larkin. Of course, novel from 78. Then we'll go clear to the end of that run. This is definitely a Bob Larkin cover, as you can see the signature right there. But this one is the Hulk and Spider-Man together by a novel by Paul Cooperberg. This other one was written by Richard S. Myers, and the first one that I showed was a bunch of people: Len Wein, Marv Wolfman, Joseph Silva. Then we come to a little more modern. This is from, what did I say? This see, 97, I think is what I saw, somewhere in there. They had, when they had in the 90s and early 2000s, they had a whole bunch of newer superhero novels being published. And this is Abominations, a new novel by Jason Henderson. And you can still find some of these at the book secondhand bookstores and the like. And occasionally there's even some new ones. But one of the things I won't like about this one, because I haven't gotten some read yet, is this is when Hulk was intelligent, and I didn't like that. And this is one that I know Dope wouldn't like, because it's intelligent Hulk. You want Hulk smash, like here, the Beast. And here, this one actually has Rick Jones in it, so I think it takes place earlier in time with the Hulk. So that's what I got to show you this time, with some Incredible Hulk paperbacks. Good fun, and it was a good opportunity to read some of the early stuff that was not available before they started all these omnibuses that are too expensive for people to buy, or people like me, for example, and the people who really want to read them. And now these are getting expensive because they're collector's items. I was just fortunate enough to get them along the way. So thank you for joining me. Please like, share, subscribe, and hope you like the Hulk. And do leave comments below. And remember, comics are art. Hulk smash!